Sorry, camera cut off again. As I was saying, this bloke's voice went really, really deep. And then he got to hold hands with the medium, and then his mum was where he was standing, and she was shaking, turned the lights on, and the medium said to this bloke, which was in our group, he had a really, really loud voice, and he was scary sometimes, because he was quite tall. He told to hang on to her, hold on to her, because I was going to faint. And I'm going to swear now, so if you do not like swearing, then please forgive me. But I've got to tell you all that she said and so forth, so that you get the picture in your head. So he grabbed her, and this woman, she was, I don't know, I say she was in her 50s. She didn't really say much all night. She was quite kind of quiet. He grabbed her to hold her in case she fell over, and she started jabbing him with her elbows, kicking him and saying, "Get off me, you fucking bastard." And she kept saying it over and over again, going really, really loud. At the end, when he was taking her, her son then grabbed hold of her, and then they went into a separate room. The medium went also to see if she was okay. She was okay. She was crying. You could hear her crying, but she was okay. And then the medium come back, and we did the same again. We was all holding hands, and she asked that bloke to call out, because he had a real powerful voice, and he was really, really loud, which gave you goose pimples every time he said anything, because he was that loud. And he was saying, "Spirits, come forward, is there anybody here? We're not scared of you." And lo and behold, the woman who was in the next room started again. "Why don't you shut up, you fucking bastard?" She kept going, "You're nothing but a fucking bastard." They was having screaming matches together, and she weren't even in a circle in the room. She was shouting that much that the other medium, who was in a different part of the building, came running asking if everything was okay, and then she took her out. She started crying again. I took her out. And then we was carrying on our own without her in there, and nothing really was happening. He was asking for people to be pushed, but nobody was being pushed. But I did have that really, really sicky, horrible feeling. There was a girl next to me. She was terrified like I was. And then, lo and behold, the other group came down. And we was going to have our last séance in there, in the kitchen, which was horrible. And the little woman came back again. She was alright. She kept saying, "Yeah, I'm okay," and all that. And as soon as we see her, the girl next to me clung onto my hand so hard that it went dead. And I was doing the same to hers, because we just didn't like it. So the other group was with us, so it was a bigger circle. We was all calling out. That bloke started calling out, and she started again. What did she say that time? She goes, "I've told you, you fucking bastard, shut the fuck up." And she was saying it really, really loud, and when she said that, everybody in the group started giggling, and she goes, "Stop fucking laughing at me," really, really loud. And the bloke goes, "Oh, what you gonna do about it?" And she goes, "I'm going to kill you." He goes, "How are you going to kill me?" She said, "I will get you when you least expect it, you bastard." And then the medium come in and said, "Why don't you like him?" She goes, "Because he's a fucking cocky bastard. Fucking cunt." Sorry for my swearing again. I don't usually swear. And then we all started laughing again, and she said again, "Don't you fucking dare start laughing again at me. Don't you dare." She kept going, "Don't you dare," just like that. She started shaking again then, and they took her into the other room, and we ended it there. And when we was going back to the base room, you could tell she wasn't putting it on, because she was crying, her son was crying, she just looked terrified. So that was Woodchester Mansion, which I would never ever go to again. But if you want, it's a place to go, because you are going to get things happen there, and that's for sure. So that's a Woodchester Mansion in Gloucester, so if you want something to happen, then please go there. Number 7 one is Alton Towers. I went with Haunted Happenings. This was 9:30 till 3 AM, £45 each, and I absolutely loved this. I would say it's one of my best places I've been. Again, you got your base room, you've got drinks, biscuits, you had the chat, you had the grounding, and then this one we went straight into it. So we got talking to different groups, and we was holding hands, calling out. The EMF reader was in the middle, and that went to red a couple of times. And I went into a different room, somebody was pushed, and then we went to base again, had another drink and to go to the toilet and so forth, and then we split up again and we went into the music room, and love this. We was holding hands. I think there were 6 of us in our group. Hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 of us, and then there was 2 in our group that have never been on one, and it was a boyfriend. I said it was a boyfriend and girlfriend, and the bloke, he was frightened to death because he sees somebody earlier on in that night. He saw somebody in the room. I think he see a bloke, so he was terrified. We was all holding hands, and the medium whistled and said whistle back, and it whistled back, and you may think, oh, perhaps that was a echo, but then we didn't whistle and it whistled again, so that was brilliant. And then we did table tipping in there. It was moving, and then say Philip was where I am now. I said, what did I say? I had a feeling it was a little girl. I said, are you a little girl? If so, push the table towards Philip, and the table went like that. So it went up on 2 legs like that, and then back down. Asked, are you happy? And it went up again and down again. And then we asked the table to lift on 1 leg, and it did. And then we asked for the table to spin, and we were spinning round, and we was going really, really fast that I went really, really dizzy. And then we stopped that then. And then we had another go, and we said tip it on 1 leg, so it went on 1 leg, and then we said spin us, span us, and then we said spin us the other way round, and straight away it went the other way round. Brilliant table tipping. Really good. Then we had a walk round, so me and Philip headed straight to the music room. Now this was strange. We was on the table, it was moving a little bit with the glass, but it wasn't doing much. It was just moving steadily, and I for a second just looked up, and there was like green and yellow lights, and I think Philip saw this the same time, and then we looked again and there was nothing there. So where the lights was, we stood with the table, we took the table up there in the glass, but nothing was happening. Then we took it back down to where we was before, and I said to Philip, we was moving and the glass was moving, but I said to Philip, we need to go now. I just had this horrible feeling that there was something horrible then moving this glass, because it was moving like differently, so we left there then. Then we went back to base, and then we was doing like Ouija boards and so forth again after. Nothing really was happening. I think a couple of people were pushed, there were knock-ins, But yeah, I think that's all that happened on there, but I really did enjoy that one. And the last one we went to is, we went last Saturday. It was at Drakelow Tunnels in Kidderminster. We went to Dusk to Dawn. This was £35 each, and it was 9 o'clock till 3 AM. Now again, base, just tunnels, and it was quite warm down there. It wasn't as cold as the other places because it was underground. So we had the talk, the so forth in the base. Then we went off, we did a walk around, people were feeling things and so forth, and then we went into this kitchen as we was walking around, and she, the medium, like wanted to do an exercise with us, so we could tap into our psychic, like third eye or whatever. And we was in this kitchen, and she was saying, now close your eyes, imagine this is a running kitchen, and there's people walking about, rushing around, and I want you to keep your eye on one person and make them turn around, look at you, and then make them walk to you, and then I want them to then ask them for their name. So we did this, and then she goes, okay. So then she went to Philip and asked, did you see anything? He said yes. She said, what did you see? He said, a chef. He said his name was Frank. He had a hat on, and he looked like Thingy Pollard, or if I can't remember his name now. You know what I mean, or Emmerdale. Thingy Pollard, I can't remember his first name. Sorry, I can't remember, but Pollard anyway. She goes, okay. Then she came to me. I said, a waitress, her name was Laura, and she was very short and stumpy. Well, I said stumpy, dumpy. And then she went round the other group, and nothing really else come up. I think there's a bloke that come up. And then at the end, when she asked everybody, she turned to me and Philip and said, I've seen, and people have seen that was it, Eric Pollard before, and also the waitress called Laura. So that was a bit freaky in your mind, that's already been seen, and she could also see them too. Now in this place, because it's tunnels, they said, like, when you go on other ghost hunts, it's dark. It's just dark. Like, you can do that and you can see your hand in front of your face. But this one, she said, it's pitch dark. I thought, well, nothing can get any darker, can it, than the other ghost hunts? So they turned their torches off, and oh my God, it was pitch black. You couldn't see at all. Usually when you're in the dark and you do that, you can see your hands going across your face. You couldn't even see your hand when you was doing that. It was that dark. I think that was the only thing that got to me there, was how dark it was. It was the darkness that was scaring you somehow. It was horrible. Went round on our own then for our walk round, and I was terrified because, again, pitch black, and these tunnels, it was massive. I was dreading getting lost, so I didn't enjoy that very much, walking around on our own. I just wanted to go back and find everybody. So then what did we do? Then again, base room, drink, and then we split up into groups. We had quite a few newbies in our group, and then the person that was in ours, she was taking photos, and she kept getting dogs in her photos, on her photos, which was spooky. And then we did Ouija board. Nothing really happened. The EMF meter was going from green to red a couple of times, but the Ouija board, it didn't move that much. And then we went somewhere else to do automatic handwriting on a planchette thing, the pen in the middle. Nothing really, it moved, but nothing really happened. But the girl was pushed, Philip said, and she was pushed because you could see her, it was like her back was pushed and her head went back. It's like she was really pushed. That's all that happened there. And then at the end of the night, it was still our group. We went, I don't know where it was like in a tunnel anyway, well, it was all tunnel. We went, we was holding hands, nothing was happening, and she wanted 3 volunteers, one to go like down over there in a tunnel, and then somebody the other side and somebody the other side, and go all the way down as far as they could go. Philip went, another bloke went, and another bloke went. Nothing was happening to them as we was calling out, but a stone was thrown. It was quite a big stone. It came all the way from that direction. The bloke, you could hear him go whoof, to begin with. It was like he knew something come past him. It come past him, went right in the middle of the circle by the girl. The girl by the side of me, it landed by her foot. It's quite a big stone. Then nothing else happened when we was calling out, and then we did a Ouija board. It was moving, not a Ouija board, table tipping. It was going a bit, but nothing was really happening. And then we stopped doing that. We held hands all again, and then Philip heard a dog bark, and so did the medium, but I didn't. So that's all that happened on that Drakelow tunnels. That's the only one I'm quite disappointed with, the Drakelow tunnels, because I think it was just more the fear of it being dark. Nothing else was really scary. It would have been a total didn't like it at all if that stone wasn't thrown, but that stone was thrown, so that made it a little bit better. But yeah, I really do love the ghost hunts. I know this video is really long, and I hope I've done alright explaining everything. I am going on some more ghost hunts later on. I think it's June, and one in July, August, sometime like that. And if you want me to do, this one is long. If you want me to do one like my experiences after, like I go on my next one and then upload it, be like a mini like diary ghost hunting kind of thing. If you want to see more, then please do let me know in the comments below. And yeah, if you've got any questions, if you want to know more, just message me or comment down below. But yeah, I really enjoy ghost hunting, and if it's something you're thinking about doing, then please do try it. Just try it out, just for the experience. You might not like it, you might like it, or you might be totally addicted like me and Philip are now. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Sorry it's so long, and I will speak to you soon. Okay, bye.